Hello and welcome back to the next episode of our Outer Worlds Blind Let's Play. You join me here in the Botanical Labs where we need to go and speak with Adelaide. Now, I have kind of gone and looked around all the little buildings and picked up a few things, and we do have a vendor here and I've already done all my vendoring, and I think we are ready to go in here and speak with her and see what she would like us to do. Hello. What? Put your gun away, silly.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Well, you must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... you got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
I hope. Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Well, I'm surprised that you've managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Well, it looks like you've made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Well, Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Reed asked you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
But Reed asked me to divert your power over to him, and he mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. Question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Well, your camp has a power regulator, and I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What do you have against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Well, let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
I tell you what, I'll think about it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
All right, so it looks like we now have a choice. We can either help out the town of Edgewater, or we can help out the deserters here in their little corner of heaven. Or, if we remember what the vicar said, there could be a third option. And I would like to try and do the third option. I think she said there was a Thomas here. Yeah, here's Thomas. Can we talk to you?
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Whoa.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
No, I'm just passing through.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Well, it's never too late to start learning. Maybe I could give you a few pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Oh, that's what it was. So, well, today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 1, I found it in the community center archives.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Well, I tell you what, I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
And I wanted to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go. Mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
But you need to be going. Alright, well, it looks like we can probably find him some more books. And I did not go into every one of the buildings. I didn't come back this far. I didn't want to trigger any dialogue with him on accident while I was out exploring.
Great work.
Thank you, thank you. So just a back door out. What's over here? We got more homes. Don't think we can go into every single one of them. But we'll explore the ones that we can. And I think that was actually our last one. Now we do have 2 things we need to do at the geothermal plant. What was that? What in the world? Oh, we must have set off a trap. Okay. I didn't want to go that way anyways. I just wanted to look around. See, that goes back into where Adelaide's at. Can we go into this home up here? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Just hold off on that. There's people around. Go ahead and heal. Oh, here we have a home up here. Now, I think he said there was a book back in town. Don't remember seeing it, but that doesn't mean anything. I do overlook things quite a bit. Just when you think you've gotten everything and then you realize you haven't. So, the Frightened Engineer. Where does that take us? Back over into town. Can we... Let's fast travel over there and see if we can find this other book for him. We might as well do as much for this settlement as we can before we decide their fate. Alright, well, it looks like it's over in this direction. Oh, is it inside the cannery itself? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, is it up in his room? Let's go find out. Put your gun away, silly. I love the elevator music. I should check our... No, it's not up here. It must have been... Ooh. Huh. Maybe it is downstairs. No, it actually looks like it's more back in that way. We may have to have Mr. Reed's key. Should I talk to him? I really don't want to. Maybe I will. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk to him.
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you seem pretty fixated on bringing Adelaide back to town.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Don't you guys eat anything other than Saltuna?
Word up to me, friend. I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by. What with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Well, hang on. What exactly are you canning here?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate. Go ahead.
We need to have a word about this plague.
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
How long has this plague been happening?
That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
You should have developed an immunity after repeated exposure to this single strand.
Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude, and it is one we will see through to the end.
Why do you withhold medicine from your own workers?
If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose.
That can't be easy for you.
It is not easy for me. And the moment it becomes easy is the moment I am no longer fit to serve. Spacer's choice is a family, and the survival of the family is more important than the survival of the individual.
Interesting. Okay, I need to go now. Huh, so... Is he really the big... what's the word I want? Not nice person that he claimed, or seemed to be at the beginning, when we first talked to him? Or... does he actually really care a little bit about his workers? I don't know. Seems to me it's more he cares about the bottom line and his standing within the Spacer's Choice hierarchy, possibly. Why did I grab this one? Oh, I must have missed this room. Alright, we've got that one. Cannery. Domicile into a sick house. Huh. Alright. Well, we've got that one, so I guess we can give him this one now. Yeah, I'm a little, I don't know. What do you guys think about Reed? Not quite crazy or sold on that he's a good person, but maybe there's a little bit more to him than what I first thought. But for now, let's get out of here and head back over to oh, I don't want the I don't want the... Is there a way? Yeah, there we go. Can I fast travel over here? Yes. Alright, Thomas. I have got your book, magazine, whatever you want to call it. See if this is going to help you out any.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Again, today is your lucky day. I have another data pad for you.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 2. I found it at the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
Alright, well, I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
Alright, I need to go. Alright, I know you said 3, but I am not seeing any others, so maybe if they pop up, we will deal with them. But for now, let me see. Yeah, oh, there is 3 of them. Maybe the other one's at the geothermal plant? Quite possible. And we also need to infiltrate the plant and retrieve a logic module from one of the auto mechanicals there. So we need to do that. And you delivered Reed's message, but Adelaide refused to return to Edgewater. Head to the geothermal plant and direct the power. Adelaide proposed that you divert the plant's power to the botanical lab. Or Reed asks you to deliver a message. Yeah, we did that. Travel to the Regent's geothermal plant and redirect. So, looks like both of our main quests are leading us right back over to the geothermal plant. So, let's wander back over that way. Oh yeah, I wanted to check our reputation. Is there a way? I know there's a way to do that. Ah, there it is. So we're friendly with both of them. We have nothing negative. We're 68% with the deserters and 73% with the town. Okay. So I really do think I'm going to try and get both sides to work together. I wish there was a way that I could keep power to both places, but I don't think there is. I think it does have to be one or the other. And while that is an absolutely adorable little area, I don't think that that area is big enough to support all the poor people that are going to be kicked out of the home if we cut off the power to Edgewater. So it is a conundrum, but I think we're going to make the right choice. Hopefully it lets us work with both sides and we can get things to work out right. Alright, we are back over here. Yeah, this is where we need to be. And I think now it is safe to enter in to the plant itself. Good thing none of the robots came back.
Got it. Heads down.
Yep. Alrighty. Now, we're getting pretty...
Control room should be off to the right. I hope
Okay.
we're doing the right thing.
We're getting pretty close to a level up. I would like to level up before we finish this part, just so that we can put some more points into our dialogue.
Processing data. Sweeping B area.
Oh, I had to borrow your copy of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Radio's been sputtering and needed the reference. I've returned the copy to the repair bay. Okay, nice. Well, that's where that's at. Okay, well, I'm glad I stopped to look. Nothing over here. Alright, Pavarti. Looks like we have quite a few different ways we can go. Looks like it wants us to go that way. Ooh. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, I turned him into ash. Oh, yeah.
Everyone all right?
You okay, Pavarti? Just wanted to look around. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Oh, I don't want to go outside, so this is just another way we could have come in. Cool. We have a down. And I think we're good here. So what's over here? Yes, so we'll take that bypass shunt. Ah, we have to push a button. Okay, fair enough. Oh my goodness. Alright, well now we need to... Please activate all 3 electrical track switches. Okay. So we are not ready for this yet. We need to explore the building some more.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
Exactly. I'm sure we'll probably run into a few robots along the way, but they should be easily dispatched, I hope. Oh, hey little dude. Okay.
Nicely done.
Well, thank you, Pavarti. I appreciate that. It's... Oh my. Unlock the door, enter the password. Okay. I'll have to come back and read some of these. Sure. Alrighty. Hello, anyone home? Surprised we haven't seen more robots than what we have. I wonder how they're keeping the plant operational here. Okay, good job, Pavarti. Good job. Ooh, nice. I will take those bits. Whoa. Oh, I guess you still need to be sneaking down here. Ooh, we got another guy. Mr. Ouch. That was a mod on there. Wonder what that one's for. Thank you. Got you. Oh, we need to go over this way. Yeah, it looks like it. Ah, here we go.
Just 2 more. What'll happen?
Whoa. One of these I have. Yeah, I think it's this one. Does electrical damage, which is really good against the robots. It's like it short circuits them or something. Ooh, we got a door there as well. So the robots must have killed all these guys. Oh, just a bathroom. Alright. Gyro site. Interesting. Alrighty, we shall move on to this direction.
Go away, Phantom!
Who is that? Alright, just circle around.
No, just leave me alone.
Who is Higgins? Looks like we're headed this way. Hello? Need 3 to get in there. Oh, that's a lot of enemies.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Okay, good to know.
Eyes up! Don't mess with us!
Now, did the others hear that? I guess it didn't matter. Oh, we need to figure out how to get into, shoot, we still need, that. Where's that at on the map? Over that way? Have I? Ooh, wait a minute. Is that an area I haven't been to yet? Or is that back here? Hold on.
You're not real. You're not real.
Oh, looks like it's back this way? Yep, over here. Oh, I'm glad I came back. Over that way. Probably am gonna have to come back. Oh, I didn't. Did I come in this way? Oh, it's behind that door. Huh. See, maybe we'll find a code on the way down. Alright, what about the other one? That one's down over here. Okay. Ah, I missed this room. Well, I'm glad I looked. I think it's volume 3. It's down in the pit. Okay. Oh, okay, I got it. Alrighty, good job. Thank you. Do I need these? Don't think so. What do we have up here? I couldn't resist, sorry. Nothing on you, little dude? Oh yeah, I'll take it. There we go. This is so totally not the area I'm supposed to be in. No. Optional Chester's passcode. I don't think we have Chester's passcode. I'm pretty sure I don't. No, I don't. Alright, fair enough. Alright, now we can move down. Try and make sure we get everything done here at one time so we don't have to try and come back. I would like to know who Higgins is, though. Yep, definitely. Alright. I think that's the guy we killed. Yes, shut off that. Thank you. Nice. So it looks like that's the way we need to go. But what's up here?
Where'd it go?
Ah,
If we send the power
we needed to
Mr.
come up here for
Purple,
that. Okay,
what
fair enough.
happens to the veil?
It's a good question.
Here we go!
Oh, geez, Parvati. I don't want to shoot you in the back. Did we get them all? Nope, we didn't. We good? I think we're good. I think we got them all, definitely. You okay? Sorry about that. Gotta watch out for that friendly fire. Alright. Oh, more dead bodies. Good gravy. Ooh, he lost his head. Poor little dude. Where's the other half of you? These little robots are vicious. Looks like we can go up. Is there a reason why I would take a ladder over a ramp? Nope. Nope, that's where the thing would have brought us.
Celeste. I'm not sure what the bite is. Alls I know is the decision's final. Something you need?
Yeah, Thomas seems very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
That boy is head over heels for you.
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
Not a problem, Parvati. Alright, that is what we are trying to do. So it looks like we need to head over this way. Ah, so this is where we were at, right? Yeah, we were here. So where... Looks like it's back down, maybe? Oh, here's another door. Were we here? Ah, okay. Well, how did that door get locked? Because I'm sure that's the door we came through. Alright, so back down.
Not real. You're not real.
Who is... Where are you, dude? Seriously. Can I just jump down there? How far is it? No, it won't let me jump over. Ah, here we go. I didn't see this. So now we're on 3. No door out, just the ladders. Well, can we save Higgins? Hey, you.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Well, slow down and tell me what's going on.
Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
How long have you been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
And what exactly do you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You were an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked on these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
Well, I can deal with the mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanicals follow the behavior of the logical module. Someone tampered with them?
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Okay, thank you. Any idea where I can find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module.
Okay, well, I wanted to ask you something.
The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
What happened to this place?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
That's horrible. How could that have happened?
You mean why did the mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
You've been down here this whole time. How have you not starved?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
So you had to eat the sprats.
Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food.
And, alright. Well, I guess I need to...
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them.
Thank you. Oh, nice. That was our level up. And we still need to go down more. I wonder if we were meant to find him before... How do I get down there, though? It's right there. Never mind. Alright. Fair enough. So now we can return that to Thomas. Let's go up and see if I can get this... part that I need for the other guy. Wonder if there's any way we can get that guy out of here. I think I was probably supposed to go down and talk to him before I continued on. Do I need to go in there?
Great work.
Ah, it's a workbench. Okay, fair enough. Were we in here? Yeah, we were in here. How did I miss? It was just a shortcut. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, it was just a shortcut there. No harm, no foul. So, let me see. Where was that guy's terminal? I think it was... No, I don't want that. It was over here. Okay. Because I should be... Still not enough for that. Where? I'm wondering if I can open up this other guy's terminal. Can I? Ah, here it was. Can I get into that room? No. So what do I need to get into that room over there? It might just be skill. Let's see if we can do something with our level up. Might have something to do with tech. Well, I definitely want to put 2 points in there. Put 2, 3. Let's put 4 into tech this time. I'm going to put 1 into leadership and the last 3 into ranged. And I don't think we get a perk this round, so did that help me? No, it didn't. Alright, well, I guess I'll have to come back and finish that one at another time. So now we need to divert the power, which is over here. Oh, good gravy. Now's the time to make our decision.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
You're right.
Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Reed tells me Edgewater's going to die without workers in power.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Well, the deserters are a community. I can't just destroy what they've built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
That is a good point. Alright, I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Oh, I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you, Pavarti.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Oh, you're fine, dear. Alright, well, let's make our decision. So we need to redirect power. Wait a minute. Return to the root. Yeah, redirect power. Alright, continue. So we are going to redirect the power to Edgewater. Alright. Now we need to retrieve the power regulator, which is probably back over at the biolab. Ooh, how bad is it? We took a hit, but we can fix that, I think. Alright, first, before we talk to Adelaide, let's go talk to Thomas. If I can find him. There you are.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
Well, I've got you one of those manuals you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 3, someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Electrical charged surface. Oh, nice. Thank you. Alright. Well, we did a good thing here, I think. For Thomas, at least. Not for the rest of the people. Alright, it's time for us to face the music.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Reed needs his people back.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
What happened to you, Adelaide? All this anger had to come from somewhere.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
Okay, he isn't just going to leave his post. I'll need some help convincing him.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
Holy heck. Well, you are just not the lily white person everybody thinks you are you? But do you think that'll convince Reed to step down?
I have got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town. Those are my terms.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. Okay, well... Oh, I'm not going to steal right in front of her. So let me go up here. And it looks like we need to talk to them. Let's see. Now that the power is off, you should have an easier time convincing the deserters to move back. You may have more luck. Oh, Adelaide refuses to return to Edgewater unless Reed is out of the picture. Her people will follow her back to town if she returns. Retrieve the power regulator. You diverted the power. The botanical lab is now without power. You should be able to salvage their regulator. But I need to remove Reed from power. So let's go ahead and talk to the people here first. Let's start with Thomas.
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all.
Well, you won't survive without power. It's time to get back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So didn't work at the cannery. You wanted to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater and I'm as good as dead to her.
Why is that?
Adelaide hates Edgewater. Hates everything Edgewater stands for. Hates what that town does to people. What it did to her. We're the nearest she's got to kin. We go back to Edgewater, we may as well have stuck a knife in her heart.
Well, stay put for right now. I'm going to try and talk Reed into stepping down.
You know where to find me.
Okay. That's Thomas dealt with. Now we need to deal with Grace.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
Well, I'm not here about that. I just wanted to let you know there's nothing left here for you. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Topson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
Thomas told me the same thing.
Edgewater's not just a town to Adelaide. It's a symbol of everything that's wrong with this colony. A big, heartless machine of metal and gears grinding workers down to dust. We're the closest thing Adelaide's got to a family. We go back to Edgewater, she's gonna feel betrayed.
Okay, well, don't do anything too hasty. I'm going to try and talk Reed into stepping down.
Sure, suit yourself. I'll be here.
Alright, nice. So, they are going to wait here. And I think we are going to go and talk Reed into leaving. So, let me make my way back over to Edgewater. Alright, let's head up to Mr. Reed's office and see if we can convince him to leave. Or step down, or whatever he's going to do. I think, I don't know. I don't know about Adelaide. I thought she would be a lot nicer than what she is. But human bodies, really? Seems a little harsh. And actually not as healthy for you as you would think. Human body carries a lot of diseases that are going to get transferred into your food. Alright, Mr. Reed.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
Well, I spoke to Adelaide, and she won't come back as long as you're here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town.
Your town's a mess, Reed.
I have been holding this town together with both hands. You can't just expect me to leave. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
I know, but Adelaide's people aren't getting sick with plague.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
This town doesn't eat anything but salt tuna. Of course you're going to get sick.
You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice salt tuna cannery. We eat salt tuna here, and only salt tuna.
I'm pretty sure it's your food that's making you sick. You need Adelaide's garden.
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanist couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of him and shut down the greenhouse.
Adelaide's found a way to grow food. She'll come back if you step down.
You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
Look, Reed, all I know is that it involves some really complicated math, but it works.
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
What are your plans?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
You won't last a day outside the walls, you know.
I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week.
This can't be easy for you.
I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
You don't have to do this, you know.
I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crop. She's what this town needs.
Okay, well, be safe, sir. Interesting. Can I go in there now? No. I cannot. Alright, well, let's get back to Adelaide. Interesting. He does look awful sad. I just wonder if it's because he's being forced out of his position into basically becoming a deserter in his own eyes, huh? Oh, this is kind of a mixed bag of tricks, isn't it? What you end up feeling. Whoop, no, back this way. There we go. Let's go back over to Adelaide and finish this off. Alright, Adelaide, I got some good news for you.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
I talked Reed into leaving. It's safe to go back to Edgewater now.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Adelaide's watch. Okay. Oh. Edgewater's better off with you running the place, I suppose.
You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Alright, let me grab the power regulator. And that's it. We can now power up our ship. And I think we will probably do that in the next episode. But for now, thank you so very much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next one.